Finally about Zenerba, because this one is tiny. It's got a market cap of only $86 million, but again, it's developing synthetic products, gels and patches, where people put these onto their body in order to get the active ingredient across. Fully synthetic in its development, but for one reason or another, this one looks fairly good. I don't know, transdermal delivery of the synthetic cannabidiol.
So that's their niche, is this, application
Not
on the skin,
Yeah.
not oral in that regard. They, the synthetic cannabinoids, the treatments that they do are for epilepsy, for osteoarthritis, and those are massive, massive markets. There's an estimate that around 100 million Americans require osteoarthritis medication. So, the blue sky is there for this company, but it comes with those inherent risks.
So, for example, if you had a bad case of osteoarthritis in your knee, you can take an oral type of pain medication, but it may be much better to have a patch that goes straight onto the site.
A direct focus gel or a patch.
Although, one of the reasons why the share chart you'll see there looks a bit mad is, again, that they had a product which was called ZYN001. The patch didn't show statistical validity in terms of effectiveness, and they're saying, well, look, don't worry, we have ZYN002 coming, which is the gel, which will be much more effective because that worked better at phase 2, blah, 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 blah. There's one other piece of information that was brought to my attention by my pal Dima, who's based in Wisconsin, is that the guy who runs this company is a fellow called Armando Anido, who sold 2 previous pharma startups for more than $1 billion each. And the team that he has working with him at Zenerba are the same guys that he worked with before. So I don't know whether that's got any value, but you've got to assume that someone who's a billionaire and who did 2 drug deals like that has already got like a good nose for a good opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, it generally does work like that, but you've got to be prepared that this is going to be a hairy ride. But interesting looking company,
This
nevertheless.
sounds like basically out of the money option type kind of gambling. It's
a good way of
binary. It's
looking
either
at
like it either happens or it doesn't. It either makes you 100% return or it just goes to 0.
Yeah, look, I wouldn't advocate this as a core portfolio holding, but potentially an allocation you can afford to risk.
Okay, but the fact is, the share chart, since I had that feedback from Dima, has halved. He thought it looked quite good because the approval dates in early August were coming up, and often that can be the catalyst for a positive move. Instead, the thing didn't show efficacy. And another thing I must just point out is sometimes the drugs are fine, but the test or the trial gets badly designed. They don't have a big enough sample group, and then the statistical thing doesn't get proven. Then you can lick your wounds and go back and apply for a new FDA approval process, but the companies pay for those, so it can be quite expensive to get the FDA to look at your products.
And a small company, limited cash in that regard, there is risk.
Okay, but you know what? I'm going to go hot on Zenerba anyway, because my mate told me that Zenerba, to him, looks exciting, and there's the second leg of the approval process, and, who knows? This one could be significant. So
okay, good. I'm going to pause on this one, but
good for you. Excellent.
It's binary. It's you or me. One of us is going to be right.
Excellent.